morning from Montreal. Jean-Serge Gagnon here. So I'm walking down Jarry Street, and we're going to be talking about how to get unstuck. Do you get stuck? Do you wonder why? How? Why is it that I don't know what to do? Why can't I figure it out? You know, normally I take a walk down the less busy street. Sorry about the noise and all the traffic, but this morning I had to bypass my normal route because there's construction on the street. But you know, how do you get unstuck? Okay, let's talk about that. Like, how do you get unstuck? So make sure you comment, let me know where you're watching from. And you know, what is it that's keeping you stuck? Maybe I can help. But the basics of it, the basics of getting unstuck is first understanding why we get stuck, right? And the main reason, I'd say 90% of the time, if not more, is that we feel overwhelmed. We feel there's too much to do. We feel we don't know. We feel we need to know too much. We need to learn too much. We feel it's you know, overwhelming. That's basically the main reason. So once you know that the reason why you feel stuck is because you feel overwhelmed, you feel like there's too much to do, well, then you can kind of try to figure out how to get unstuck, right? And that's what we're going to talk about here. So first, you got to figure out, okay, here's the thing, how to get unstuck. The first thing you got to do is figure out where you're going to. You know, what is it you're trying to accomplish? And it can be a lot or it can be a little thing. But the idea is that once you know where you're going to, it's like, you know, you go to the airport, you get an airplane, you get a flight. The first thing they're going to ask you is where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you can't buy a ticket, right? So this is the exact same thing that happens to us in our normal life. You know, we get stuck. We get stuck because we're like, well, I don't know what to do. But see, the thing is that all you got to do is you got to figure out what you're going towards, and then that'll make everything clear. And I can explain and give you a couple examples. Like, for example, if you're like, okay, how do I get unstuck? Okay, well, think. Well, okay, let's just say that this month I'm going to get, you know, 50 leads, and that's one of the things you decide to do. That's your goal, right? That's your goal. After a month, you're going to get 50 leads. So then your mind starts to think, okay, well, what do I need to do? Do I need to learn how to blog? Do I need to learn how to do this, how to do that? All these other things that you're stressing out about learning. You suddenly, all of a sudden, you realize, I don't really need to learn that stuff for that goal. And the problem is we end up making up so many goals. We may give ourselves like 20, 50, 100 goals. And, you know, that just doesn't work, right? Look at this church. That's one of the churches next to where I work. I forget what it's called. The Vincent Ferrier, it's called. So, yeah, so that's the secret. To figure out how to get unstuck, you have to know where you're going. So first, ask yourself the question, what is it you're trying to accomplish? What is it you're trying to achieve? What is your goal that you want to achieve in, let's say, just this month? Don't even worry about a year, 5 years. I know lots of leaders, they talk about setting your goals, long-term, short-term, all this stuff. But if you set your goal just for the month, even the week, if you can do that, if you can figure out, okay, this week I want to do this, that's even easier. Especially if you're beginning, you're trying to figure out, you know, how to do things, then that would be the simpler thing. Just figure out what it is you're trying to do, what's your goal for the week, right? And then figure out how to get to that goal. Okay, what is it that you need to be doing to get to that goal, whether it's a weekly goal, a monthly goal, whatever. And that'll help you to understand. It's kind of the same as when we do these Facebook challenges where we have these, you know, we do this 5-day challenge where we say the goal at the 5-day end is X. So how do we get to that goal in 5 little chunks? So we set up 5, you know, trainings, 5 challenges, and that lets people get to that goal in a relatively easy way. So you can do that too. You can just figure that out, then you'll be on the way to figuring out how to get unstuck. That's the basics of how to get unstuck. All right, so if you have any questions or comments, if you like this, of course, share this. I would love for you to share this. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want more, go to masterofsimple.com and put your name and email to get my free ebook, The Top 10 Simple Online Strategies That Actually Attract Customers and Team Members to You. Just go there, masterofsimple.com, put your name and email, and we'll see you on the inside. Have yourself a great day.